All right. Sorry it took freaking forever um to sort through the shenanigans here. I'm going to turn a couple of these off. I'm going to put that back. I'm going to turn that stuff off. I'm just going to upload this and this will be like a part 2 because um got out of the live on the StreamYard platform. Just kind of wanted to see how that's going to look in terms of like my live streams. It looked like it was coming through pretty well, but like I said, just trying to improve things. Uh we're still growing though, which I appreciate more than you guys fucking know. I really do. Um 6 people watching at a time. We have 56 views on that live stream. So man, I swear I cannot thank you guys enough. I really can't. Thank you so much. We're up to 220 subscribers. Um, I want to say I started the week at 212. I think like either two. I want to say it might have been Tuesday. Yeah, 212. So, I mean, I had a very short impromptu live or two impromptu lives this week. One of them, OBS kind of told me to kick rocks, and it just cut off. It pulled the Richard Pryor on me. It was like fuck it, and it was out. It was out of there. Um, looking at this here. See what we get in there. This is the CE for this. So I'm interested to see what the interaction is here. Oh no, not quite. Not quite. Almost. Almost. But no soup for you. Not quite. Let's make that green. I can hear T Camp right now. Like, there he goes. Coloring on the damn chart again. All these damn colors. favorite of all time. I love these things. I might have to take this damn sweatshirt off. Getting hot. Yeah, let me do that real quick. All right, that's better. That is better. Mm, 1925, it's 54. It's just kind of like a 53. So the idea is I don't want it to close through that level. If it closes through, we can let that play out. I actually put a position on in my Tradeify account. So what I may do is just close the Tradeify and let the let this run if it closes through. So I'll give it to the I'll give it to the CE and let's see. Yeah, it needs to stay below, to close below, to continue short. If it closes above, even though it could just be like a dash and grab, like you're just grabbing liquidity to continue short, like I'm not going to be a fan of that, and I'm just going to get out, only because again, we have news and other things and other data drivers, so I'll take what I can get, and I can go about my business. And that's just kind of the way that I want to treat this. We've got about 13 minutes before top of the hour, 8 p.m. So excuse me.
Order filled.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna get out. So that's gonna be 11:25 in the Tradeify. Um, and it might have been premature, but like I said, I'm gonna take what's there. We'll let it run. I'll let it run in a practice account. Um, I'm wondering if I'm just trying to do my math real quick. I don't think that's gonna be barely. Yeah. So we'll just that's 205. So if it stops us out, it's at least 200. I think the spread will cover that, but oh no. Oh man. And I know some people are let's see if I can pull this over. For so yeah, you should be able to see that there. Okay. 11:25. So just in case there's that one or two or how many other people are like, no, it's not what you. Yeah. Okay. So um it should also be in my oh wow. Who knew? I had to go into a different feature. I didn't even know like there's like a different kind of share screen for like all your stats in here. That's pretty freaking cool, actually. All right, so we starting the month off on a good foot. Hey. Yeah, when I see stuff like this, it makes me wanna, you know what it makes me wanna do. But we're not gonna do that because there's a bigger objective afoot. So, um, yeah, we can just let that play and what I'm gonna try to do here is see if I can. I want to get the screenshot for you all as well. just again, proof. So 11:19 done. Okay. And there's your screenshot. So that's today. Okay. All right. So for all of the stop the cap people, that's for you. So yeah, start March off in a good place. Ironically enough, I'll be digging back into my Topstep account. The so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Um, supposed to go back into that account. I said I was going to do it today. Um, obviously, I wanted. Excuse me. I wanted to stick with the Tradeify, right? So the earliest I could touch that account is going to be Wednesday. But now, just based on how the week can potentially pan out from an economic standpoint, I kind of feel like I just want to wait until next Sunday before I touch it. So that's a closure through. That might be a good continuation. But here's the other reason why I'm just gonna stay and like literally I'm done with Tradeify for today. I'm literally closing all this shit. I'm closing it out. It's going away. It's gone. Um I'll be crying a river tomorrow. I'll be like, it went exactly where we thought it was gonna go. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Um but the reason I don't like this is because we had a closure above and a closure back below. I'm not a fan of that. Now, 15-minute, that might be a soup. Got any grapes? Yeah. So, for love of God. Yeah, it's gonna run. But part of the game. We'll get it. We'll get it in the practice account. This is how, if anybody is wondering why my Topstep practice account was like at 16,000 and I just didn't reset it. This is why. This is why. And I just took what was on the table and I stopped. And then I come back the next day and find something and stick to a plan, stick to the rules, take it. Sometimes it would deliver, other times it wouldn't, and I would just cut it in profit and I'd stop. So the reason that I've stayed away from the actual Topstep combine is it's like multifaceted. It's like multifold. The Tradeify account is a 150K account, right? You could say the risk management is on or about the same, but this is kind of getting me into a forced habit of when we've met a minimal expectation and then just a little uncertain about like the overall delivery of price, if it's going to continue to go where we think it's going. In this case, yeah, I could take my lumps at 200. Now, could I have done that in a Tradeify account? I could. But here's the difference. It's not even about the dollar amount. It's the fact that, I'm inside an area of fair value. And granted, while I have this area, which I did not want to see this, that's enough for me to say, hey, look, I'll just take what I have off the table and then I can go away. And now I can just sit here and watch and see how this delivers. So ultimately, yes, if it does run and it continues to run short to this target, great, right? We had it sorted to where the probability worked out in our favor. right? It's just additional data collection, right? Um, and it just saves. It's capital preservation at the end of the day. So it's just the ability to manage it, watch it, and just say, okay, yeah, it played out, it delivered, great. But I don't want another Friday. So Friday, I was in the Tradeify account, closed in profit on the day for like $466, right? However, and maybe if I speak on this publicly, like I can literally lay it to rest, because I've not been harboring the thoughts and ideas of, what I did, what could have happened, but but I can show it to you because it's still on the chart here. Um, this move here, and I do mean this move here, okay, was about $4,000, and this is when I had basically a level below it, where I essentially said, I'm looking for price to reach back into this um, area of price and then resume longs. Well, we got here, and then we see what ultimately ended up happening with price. So I gave back quite a lot, and then I ended up getting back in up here. So I got chopped pretty good, and then kind of made a little bit more back on the backside. But the long and the short, so it's 8 p.m. So let's see how this what happens here at 8. Now we closed below, so we should continue short. So it really shouldn't be that much of a surprise, but let's just see. But yeah, just to finish that thought while we watch price here. I gave up 4K to close out 466, and it just didn't sit well with me, just being as transparent and as honest as possible, because it's a case where, and that's kind of where for today I'm okay with that 1125. Why? Because there are other opportunities, one, and two, just take what's on the table, right? So I am attempting to put into practice the thing that was kind of eating me alive Friday, which was, and I kept asking myself the question, but I couldn't. It wasn't about rationalizing it anymore. It was like, why didn't you just take it? It was on the table. Why didn't you take it? Why didn't you take it? And for every answer I could give myself, it wasn't the right answer. The right answer is, I should have. And then you just watch and see, if the rest of the narrative, if the rest of your probability plays out. If it does, great. If it doesn't, you took what was given, right? You're able to take out of the market what was provided, and then you were able to watch and see, what may be a next setup or whatever, right? So yeah, just as I like to say, like, I'm still, it doesn't matter how many years or how long or any of that. Every day is a learning experience. Every day is building on previous day, previous week, previous month, previous year understanding and certain things, and we're all just trying to get better. At least I am, not afraid to be overly critical, not afraid to kind of stop and do things like this, where it doesn't make sense to a lot of people, surprisingly. But my philosophy is, and this has changed to some degree, the faster you are to try to make money, to extract money, to get money, to spend money, the faster you are to lose it. So if I take my time in a combine, so be it. Um, I have kind of resigned, and also with some strong resolve. I know that something extremely huge is going to happen for me this year in a very positive way in relationship to market speculation. There's no doubt in my mind that it is inevitable. Like, it's going to happen. Now, am I going to sit here and tell you when it's going to happen? No. Do you know why I'm not going to tell you? Because I don't know. I don't know when. I do know it'll be this year. So, it's one of those things where there's a certain type of resolve, and as cliche as it is, but it's true. Just gotta stick with the process, stick with the process. And I'm just gonna continue to do that, you know. We're not gonna win them all. I'm not gonna win them all. I like to say I'm gonna lose a lot more than I'm gonna win, but as long as the management is there, and I'm still susceptible to a little bit of tilt. I went through that last week. Straight up went through it last week. So I'm not oblivious to it. That's why I say anybody that says that they're not, like, unless they have been, in the discipline for a significant amount of time, like, I don't believe you. I don't, you know. Everybody has those moments. Some people just curtail them a lot better than others. I'm still working on that. There's some days where it's primo, it's pristine. Like, there's no doubt, there's no question I could do what I got to do. My wife's got something else for me to do, or I want to, spend time with her or whatever it is. And I'm like, okay, hey, look, I'm done. And I could get in my simulator and drive circles, or I could do whatever. I could do something else. I could walk away and just say, hey, look, I wonder what tomorrow will bring. It's not a question of, well, we took it to the cell and we should be able to take it back, buy it, or take it long tomorrow. No, it's none of that. It's literally just go away. Do what we need to do. Great. Good job. Journal it. Go away. So, speaking of going away, do we just take like the 540, 575, whatever's in here before we run all the way back up to 2? Do we just do that? I think we just do that. Let's just do that.
Order filled.
All right. So 442.20 is what we'll get out at. Like I said, this level, if we'd stayed below this, I would have stayed in it. If we had wicks through, I would have stayed in it. 15-minute, yeah. Yeah, we're done. We're done, son. We're done, son. We're super done, son. I'm done, son. You're done, son. We're double done, son. All right. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. All right, so with that, we're right at 30 minutes. Not at 29:48. You know what I mean. Don't give me grief. Got any grapes? I got to get that out of my head at some point. It's been 3 weeks now. 3 weeks. Got to go. So, in summary, maybe we stay in here. I mean, as long as we stay below and we're back in. So technically we are back in Friday. Just going to open this up a little bit so you can see it. But yeah, this is Friday's range. So we're back in. If you're looking at this as a PD array, the actual PD array would probably be more, well, yeah, you could with the inter ranges, but obviously this is going to be premium. right? So yeah, there are a couple of things in here that just are gonna be a little indicative of a lot of chop. And this one-sided delivery primarily, and then basically this gap, which is really going to be a volume imbalance on a higher time frame. So fractally, it's going to be basically a price void. Higher time frame, that's going to show basically as a volume imbalance, and it's just like anything else. Price is going to look to pair orders and repaint and balance this out, and lo and behold, it's going to be balancing just above and below a previous day high, or just above and below last Friday's high. So, you could pick your spot. You could also look at this, and I said this earlier on the live when I said that this move here would have trapped the longs. And conversely, the fact that I was in short once we got back in here, I moved my stop. So my former self would have still had my stop loss up here, and I would have ridden it out until potentially I got stopped out, and not stopped out in profit. But breakout traders, I said, would have been trapped. So the longs would have been trapped in here and essentially would have been stopped, especially if they were looking at maybe, well, they probably wouldn't have put their stops here, because that's relative equal lows. So that's prime and prep to be run, but maybe they put it under this swing point, and that's why I always say I like to look at swing points in fair value as the potential to be run, and that's exactly what we did. We ran that out. We've now made a new low where in that same area of fair value. So this horizontal ray is actually the mean threshold or consummate encroachment of this area of fair value. So it just simply means that because we ran this low out with this move, this is now another low that potentially will be run out, especially if we come back up here and we make essentially a what can be known, and I don't know that anybody really calls it this anymore, but you'd be looking for a lower high, or what could be also called a failure swing, meaning we've come down, we've taken liquidity, right? We've made a new low. We'd make, higher highs and higher lows until we ultimately took this high as a higher high, a continuation, right? So a clear out of this level basically means we'd still be looking for longs. That would be a higher high. When you have a higher, you have a lower high that does not take this out after liquidity has been taken from the sell side, you have what is known as a failure swing. We had a failure for the next leg or swing in price to take out a previous level. So hence why it's called the failure swing. But we can watch price chop around, see what it does in here, if anything at all. Obviously, again, we've got PMI tomorrow morning, so we'll see how that goes. But other than that, I'm going to get out of here. We'll watch price overnight. And I don't know, maybe we do... I don't know that I'm going to be trading Globex tomorrow night. Maybe we do a tape read session. Maybe we just do a Topstep tape read. I don't know. I'll put something in the community tab, and then we'll see how we go. All right. So I'll see you guys later. You take care. Be safe. Stay safe. Don't let these markets chop you. Don't let them Hassan chop you. And I'll see you next time.